Super League basketball is levelling up British youths. This isn't just a league, it's a movement you can feel and see in the stands. From the first tip to the final buzzer, the story is written. Every drive, every shot, and every moment. Rivalries run deeper, games hit harder. One pass, one dunk, everything can shift. Legacies aren't given here, they're earned. New stories are ready, and new champions are coming. Season 2 is here. Stand tall for British basketball.
Good evening, everybody. It's playoff basketball time when anything can happen and often does. We've got the 3 times champions of the season, the trophy winners, the cup winners, and the regular season League champions. Will they become a 4th and make the clean sweep? Well, we're about to find out, or at least we're about to find half of that out with the first leg here tonight between the visiting London Lions and the hometown Newcastle Eagles. Alongside me, the very glamorous, the very wonderful, the very knowledgeable Sarah Burkett.
Wow, Jeff, that's quite the intro for me. All the adjectives.
Your first thoughts, Sarah?
I mean, big game tonight for both teams. You know, long day of travel for London, so hopefully, you know, we catch them maybe on a little bit of the back foot, but a short-sighted Eagles roster tonight. But like you said, it's playoff basketball. Anything can happen.
Yeah, and I guess the Lions will be thinking about last year when they came here as favourites to get to the O2 Arena, and the Eagles beat them in both legs of the semi-finals to register to get themselves to the playoff finals, which they subsequently lost to Leicester Riders. And now obviously the Riders, they played tonight against Sheffield in their first leg as well, and I think Surrey are at home tonight to Cheshire as well. So 3 games going on tonight, but obviously we're concentrating on this one. Teams are being currently introduced, the Lions coming out, and there's the games, and obviously we've already had one game. Don't know if that was a slightly surprising result or not. Obviously you had the 3rd place Manchester 98 against 6th place Bristol 95, so a 3-point lead for Manchester to take to Bristol on Sunday, and those second legs will be Bristol at home to Manchester, Sheffield at home to Leicester, Cheshire at home to Surrey, and London at home to Newcastle. That London game's actually been played at 7 o'clock at night at Crystal Palace as well.
Yeah, Crystal Palace, quite the nostalgic venue, so looking forward to seeing that game on the live stream.
Well, I have a story about Crystal Palace. We played in, funny enough, it was a quarter-final playoff game against the London Lions at Crystal Palace, and the tip-off got delayed because the sun was shining through the window onto the court. And I've never known that happen before, and I've never heard it happen since. So there you go. Game stopped because of sunshine. So these are the final ending standings. As you can see, London Lions only lost 6 games all season. So they had a 26-6 record. The Eagles right down there, 12-20. Disappointing season, I think, for the Eagles. And obviously a fantastic season for London Lions. And these 2 sides have also matched up 6 times this season, and London have won all 6. So good battle there for second place between Cheshire and Manchester, just the 1 game in it. And then up until last weekend, 5, 6, 7 and 8 was, we didn't know who was going to finish where, but eventually all sorted itself out. So we're just waiting for the Eagles to be introduced, so the noise will raise. A bit more difficult, so we'll probably just let the introductions do themselves, and just maybe just keep quiet for a minute or 2.
Coach, 3 pieces of silverware thus far. What do you need to do tonight to make it 4?
Take care of business. Be mentally tough. Be ready to do what we ask and what the game plan is. And the most important is to be physical 40 minutes.
Yep, and this is your first season with the Lions. What has been your biggest takeaway thus far with this team?
Learning every day, you know. as a human, as a coach, you know, as a teammate, as everything, you know, you learn from your mistakes, you learn from the good thing, you know, and we're at the most important part of the season, the most beautiful part of the season, which is the playoffs. EuroLeague playoffs are going on, you know, NBA playoffs are going on. You watch it, you get that little buzz, you get that goosebumps in your feeling, you know, and you just want to get out there, you know, and do the right stuff and enjoy it.
And you've had some injuries this season. We didn't see McGusty last time you were up here, but you've got him. How big has it been to have him back the second half of the season?
Extremely, you know, getting anybody back from injury is important. Cam's very important for our team, like everybody on this team, and just having the rotation and having everybody fresh and ready for the playoffs is very extremely important.
And then a message for your Lions fans heading into this game tonight and into playoffs.
You know, just be behind us. We're going to do what we do. We're going to play defense. We're going to play physical, and we're going to scrap out for 40 minutes, possession after possession.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Good luck. Okay, so kind of a tough finish to the season, but a fresh start in playoffs. What's the mood in camp regarding injuries?
Yeah, it's been a difficult week for us, I think. I think, you know, the focus this week has been trying to get, you know, as many guys on the floor as we can. And, yeah, we're struggling tonight. I think I'm trying to reflect upon, you know, my years of coaching in this country and trying to reflect on whether there's been a situation like we have tonight, and I don't think there has. So, you know, that's not an excuse. It's the reality of the situation. Playing against a team that has to make selection decisions with their roster. So, yeah, you know, I'm looking around and I think they've got more staff than we've got players on the floor. We have to try and make sure that, you know, we put a performance together that displays character, displays some toughness, and really try and stay together. You know, we want to try and do certain things to disrupt them, but, you know, they're a really talented team. They're the league champions for a reason. You know, they won the trophy, they won the cup, so we understand I guess the size of the challenge in front of us. I really want to make sure that we put a character performance together tonight, one that our fans can be proud of.
Yeah, and a character performance you're definitely going to find in Mitch Clark. What can you expect from him tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you've said, you know, his name associated with character. He's somebody who throughout the year has got better and better. He's got more comfortable at this level. I think he's, you know, he belongs at this level for sure, and I'm glad that he knows that now, and we're excited, you know, in how he's kind of finished the season. We hopefully he has, you know, 2 good performances here in this round. And then looking forward, we're excited that we got him back next year. And I think, you know, a year under his belt to be able to, you know, to work around and build around. He's a winner. His IQ's smart. He's tough as hell. So, yeah, he's somebody who, like I say, displays character. I think the Eagles fans love him because he leaves every ounce of who he is out there. So, yeah, hopefully a big performance for him tonight.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
So there we had the thoughts of both coaches, but before the game, a very, very special moment. These two guys, Darius Defoe, most of you will know very, very well, and Eric Wilson, the team manager from the Newcastle Eagles. These two guys have been there for every single one of the Eagles' 28 trophy finals wins. Eric is a good friend of mine, very good friend of mine, and I was alongside him for a lot of years when I was sitting on the Eagles bench. And Darius Defoe, obviously a legend in British sport, and a great, great presentation for them both. Nice signed shirts by Sam Blake and Paul Blake of the Eagles organisation. Fantastic moment for both guys. So we've got the ones to watch tonight, and the first one from London is Cameron McGusty, number 23, not long back from injury, and we're going to show you some highlights, and Sarah's going to talk all about him.
Yeah, I mean, Cameron McGusty's been one of those guys that's been such a spark plug for London. He's one of those guys that has the ability to score at all 3 levels. I think that's some of the most valuable players you can have on a roster, and I think that they really did miss him in those kind of middle packs of the season. So he was such a highlight player, especially in that cup final. We see his highlights here. Able to get to the rim, but that 3-point line just opened up for him. So he's one of those guys you want to see on the floor, and especially in this playoff run for them, he's going to be absolutely crucial.
And for Newcastle, the one to watch has been a great signing for Newcastle this year from Reading Rockets, Mitch Clark, Sarah.
Yeah, Mitch Clark is one of those guys you love to watch. I mean, even that game last weekend in Bristol, you know, it at the end of the day didn't really mean anything as far as placings went. The score didn't really matter at the end of the day, but Mitch Clark was hitting the ground on every single loose ball. He's been such a standout player when it comes to being able to get himself to the rim, but also hit those big threes in times that you need him. So Mitch is one of those guys I think we're very grateful is still healthy considering the injuries we've had. So looking forward to seeing the performance that he puts out tonight. And like Mark mentioned, I'm sure Eagles fans are extremely excited to see him come back for another season and the growth that he's going to be able to have.
Beautiful, Paul Unsworth standing right in front of me. Well done, Paul.
The referees.
It's probably saved the viewers quite a few traumas, I would say.
Yeah.
So, and here comes the game ball. Rumi brings the match ball. Wow, what a touch by doing the Eagles set some standards. I'm not quite sure which way around it's going. It's going to try and find, I think is it Paul Unsworth who's going to the ball? Wow, what a touch. Being by, it's moving round. I'm not sure who, Rumi it's called. Is it Rumi or Rummy? I think it's Rummy.
I think it depends. Oh!
Obviously a comment on the referee in there. He's just trying to knock Chris Dodds over. What a fantastic little introduction. I'm not sure the referees are aware that the match ball's on the car.
You know, I'm trying to figure out where said controller for this car is.
It's in the corner there.
Who's got the remote?
I think Kieran, I think Dan
Is
Black's
it Dan?
Well,
see, that's why it almost hit a referee. It's got Dan Black driving it.
Well, it had to be Dan, really, doesn't it? He does pretty much everything. So we've got the teams coming out now for the start of the game. Just give you the starting fives. For the Eagles, it's number 2, Josh Ward-Hibbert, the captain. Number 9, Saver Kande. Number 15, Cole Long. Number 21, Emmanuel Canway. And number 41, Mitch Clark. And for London, we have number 33, Shavar Reynolds Jr., number 10, Ethan Price, number 1, Joel Scott, number 15, Chonde Brown Jr., and number 22, Tarek Phillip. So one teams have the problem of how many players can they get, the other teams have the problem of who do they leave out there.
Yeah, I think tonight we made the comment, Mark made it as well, that I think we've got more London Lions staff here than we do have active players for the Eagles. So quite the juxtaposition of situations tonight.
Umpire Chris Dodd's about to throw it up. Up it goes, Price wins it, Scott gets it, Reynolds gives it to Phillip, and off we go, London with the first offense. Junior inside to Price. Price goes for the layup, doesn't make it. The foul is on Emmanuel Canway. Just what the Eagles want, the foul after 13 seconds with such a short roster.
Yeah, and I mean, London are going to be looking to do that, to exploit that inside presence tonight. You know, Gus Okafor obviously coming off the bench, you've still got, you know, inside presence to come, but I think that that's something they'll be looking to exploit early so they can be able to get out and play that outside game too.
Price knocks the first one down. And makes the second as well. Candy, 21 points on Sunday at Bristol's career high. Fantastic game, 5 of 6 3-pointers. We're going to need something similar tonight. Canway backing in to Price. Good work by Canway, but he can't make the shot. Price takes the rebound. Into Phillip. Long ball out. Brown drives hard. Can't make it. Good defensive stand by Canway. Canway and Candy. Firmer solicitors. Mitch Clark. The man who've been running the point pretty much all night for the Eagles. Into Canway, once again faced by Price, and this time the foul is called on Price.
Yeah, and I think when you look at the lineup that Eagles have on right now, I like that they're looking for the inside game to start. You know, eventually that kick out comes, and they've got that three-point range when you've got, you know, Cole Long out there playing at that 4 spot. Josh Ward-Hibbert, very capable three-point shooter, but I like that they're trying to go inside early. That's going to put London Lions in, you know, a difficult position if they do start to foul, look to the rest of their bench. So I like this style of play in the first minute here for Eagles.
Canway makes his first. Second one is no good. Ward-Hibbert almost got it, but Scott just tapped it out. Reynolds Jr. brings it over the halfway line. What a backcourt this is, Reynolds Jr. and Tarek Phillips. Good pass in, Brown. Phillip with a 3 is no good, but Scott takes the rebound. Ball's recycled. Phillip going up. Hits the rim. Price can't take it. Breakaway is almost good, but it's going to be a foul on Reynolds. Great run out by Emmanuel Canway.
Yeah, great run from him. I really like that heads-up play there. That's a great pass up the floor. Playing fast like that is how Eagles are going to be able to get some easy buckets out of this game. So great heads-up play from Josh Ward-Hibbert. He's great in transition like that. Trusts his teammate out ahead of him and throws it out.
I don't think Reynolds could really complain about that foul. He was on the wrong side, hands up. Canway makes the first. Chance to put the Eagles in front. I shouldn't have said that, should I? Commentator's curse.
I've got everybody believing. If Dan Routledge is watching
There
right
you
now,
go.
he's going to
There
say,
you go.
everybody be quiet. It doesn't exist.
So 2-2, but Canway is only 2 of 4 from the line. Eagles jumping out aggressively on Reynolds Jr. And Josh Ward-Hibbert drives the lane, picks the pass off. Canway for 3 is just off. Phillip into Scott. Cole Long comes from behind and swats it away. Eagles started very aggressively on defense, Sarah.
Yeah, I think they're relying a lot on that scramble out. They're, you know, hard hedging and staying out with whoever's coming off that ball screen for a good amount of time. So relying on that scramble defense to just make things a little bit chaotic for London.
Reynolds Jr. turns down the 3. Scott with a turnaround jump shot is no good. Long takes the rebound. Clark directing traffic. Telling Cole Long to go inside and go deep. Ward-Hibbert. Reynolds Jr. got the steal, but Josh Ward-Hibbert comes back with another steal. Kande for 3 is good. That's his game. Sauve Kande.
I love it for Sue. He's had a great last couple games.
What he's done is he's proved his worth every single second of these minutes that he's played, and he's placed on the roster. Phillip going in, trying to find Price inside. He does. Price gets the 2. Five to 4. That's not the time. That's a score. Clark. He's going to try and drive in. Good defense by Chauncey Brown. Turnaround shot misses. Phillip takes the rebound. Reynolds Jr. Chauncey Brown under the basket for 2. Gives a little bit to Mitch Clark after he put it in as well. It's ferocious inside. No quarter asked, no quarter given. That's playoff basketball. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Ward-Hibbert has to put it up. And it's a 24-second violation. Clark and Brown Jr. have certainly got into this very early on.
Yeah, well, that's Mitch Clark for you at the end of the day. He's going to fire things up.
Let's see you on defense.
Reynolds Jr., who I was very impressed with the last time the Lions came up here to the Eagles. 3-point shot from the corner by Ethan Price, of all people, is good. Lions up by 4. Conway can't make his shot, but gets his own rebound and puts it back. Never gave up on the play. That's a foul by Kande as Reynolds Jr. tried to go to the basket. Coach Sabonis not happy, asking to speak to referee Dodds. As his players, it looks like he's... Josh Ward-Hibbert comes out, Gus Okafor comes in. It's actually his players. I thought he was having to go to the referee, but he's actually having to go to his players. Scott to inbound from the end line. Three-point shot is no good from Reynolds. Clark looking both ways. He's going to try and drive in. Ooh, probably would have got the and one if he'd made it, but was bumped as he went.
I like how aggressive Mitch Clark is being this early in the game. You know, he's really hunting those paint touches for himself. Sometimes that option, and eventually London are going to have to sink in and try to stop that. So those kickouts are going to be there for the likes of Silver Conde and Cole Long. So I like that they're being this aggressive early.
Clark knocks down the first. Over 80% on the season for his 3 throws. Makes 2 of 2 there. That's the reverse commentator's kill. All level. 9 all. Halfway through the first. Price, nice little bounce pass into Scott. Scott's tough. And he makes the 2. London big men making an impact inside. All 11 points. Cross-court pass from Clark, picked off by Phillip. GB International goes to the basket. What a great pass. But great block by Mitch Clark. Phillip, though, gets it back. Floater is good. And Mark Stuttle calls a timeout. A combination of things. Obviously his team's just gone down by 4, but he might want to give them a little bit of a breather as well.
Yeah, I think defensively on that one, you know, like I said, they're trying to rely on that scramble out defense. And as much as you do that, you know, you run out of steam. So I think on these, you know, we need that ball pressure to be a little bit upped, going under on a couple of those ball screens, opening up the 3-point line for London. So what you don't want to see is them get comfortable. You know, the more opportunities they get for open shots, if they're not knocking them down in the first quarter, they've already shot those. It's just rep shots at the end of the game. So want to make sure that we're providing that pressure and making them make really tough shots. I like that contest that we just saw there from Manny Conway on the highlights. You know, that's the type of shots we want to be making them make.
Yeah, definitely so. Well, it's been all pretty much, apart from Ethan Price's 3 points, volume pretty much concentrated inside the paint. Both teams battling away. I mean, when I was lucky enough to be on the Eagles coaching staff, Fab used to always say, Fabulous Fenoy used to always say the same thing about cup games. They ain't no tomorrow. Well, there is one in this one because it's only first leg, but you know what I'm saying. This is whether you're going to extend your season or whether this is going to end your season.
Yeah, and I think being in the position the Eagles are in, you know, there's a lot of opportunity to find yourself in kind of, you know, excuse territory of, oh, it doesn't matter. And I think that, you know, the prideful setup that is the basis of this Eagles organization, they want to head down to Crystal Palace and have, you know, their heads held high. So as close as they can keep this score heading into that game on Sunday is what they'll want to do.
Ward-Hibbert is back on for Manny Conway. Eagles have turned the ball over in their own half. Dean Williams comes on for Ethan Price. First substitution 6 minutes into the game almost. Yes, Mr. Curl, you're at this end, not at the far end. Reynolds into Phillips. Phillips 4-3 is no good. Great rebound though by Joe Scott, but he throws the ball away once again. Josh Ward-Hibbert comes up with a steal, but it goes back the other way. Chauncey Brown slams it home.
And the crowd is just erupting right now because they saw a kickball, so.
Mark Stuttle gets a technical foul, and I think his two assistants, Roberto Foy and Tom Lishman, did very well to get him sat down there. He was absolutely incensed about that. Don't know if we've got a replay of it, but it looked like very much like a kickball. Reynolds Jr. with the free throw for the technical, makes it. And it was a London ball, wasn't it, at the sideline? Eagles ball, and it goes. Josh Ward-Hibbert. Well, we've had a couple of explosive moments already, so.
Yeah, first quarter action.
Does get intense. It's a different kind of intensity, completely on playoff basketball. Foul by Scott, block and foul. On Ward-Hibbert as he drove in. Here's our one to watch, Cameron McGusty, as well as last former MVP of the league, Aaron Rye. Joe Scott comes out, Shavar Reynolds Jr. comes out.
Yeah, and you've got to be happy when you've got subs like that coming off the bench. You know, Aaron Rye, such a, volume scorer. He's been an MVP, like you mentioned. He has the ability to defend, such a versatile player. So, to have him coming off the bench, even 6 points up, I don't think you're really worried at this point if you're London. Just about staying in the game, keeping everybody healthy, and keeping a level head.
Must be such a luxury, though, to have a situation where if somebody's just carrying a slight knock, they're going to have a week off.
Yeah.
Ward-Hibbert made them both. Tarek Phillips round and Gusty. It's off the leg of Kande. Good defensive work by Kande. Aaron Rye, though, comes round. Has to take the shot. On the buzzer, hits the back rim, comes out. Mitch Clark's got the ball. And that's a foul by Dean Williams. Well,
Yeah.
London's certainly not wasting any fouls in this quarter.
Oh, that they are not. But that little zone effort there from Eagles, I, like what they're trying to do, getting London out of their normal groove of things. And they're forcing turnovers, forcing long possessions, and they're turning defense into offense. They're able to play quick, get out, and Mitch able to get to the free throw line.
Fouled by Dean Williams. The GB squad this year. I mean, you're bringing on Cameron McGusty, a quality American player who's played in the NBA G League and a Great Britain international off the bench, and you've got another Great Britain international in Amin Adanu on the bench as well.
Yeah, and another former NBA with Shonda Brown as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Clark, good from the line. Eagles cut the gap to 3. Williams, that's well short, but Aaron Wright picks up a great rebound. Phillip weaves and ducks and dives. Reverse layup is no good. Aaron Williams almost picked it up. It's ruled to have come off Sauvé Kande last. Kande wasn't convinced it did come off him last. but then players never are. Get the ball inside. Williams kicks it out. 3-point shot from Brown is off. Aaron Rye, wow. Offensive rebounding, fantastic. Gets the ball back, it's against Ward Hibbert. Turns, tries to get up. Eagles block it out again. Williams' 3-point shot hits the rim and bounces away. Well, you certainly can't fault the Eagles' defensive effort at the moment.
No, you can't, but I think we want to see less O-boards being given up for London. You know, obviously, if you get 5-6 opportunities to score in an offense, the likelihood is eventually you'd hope that you get a score. So Eagles need to tighten up that rebounding effort on the defensive end.
Two of the more long-standing London Lions come into the game. Mo Salati and Kieran Sandy. So every one of 3-point shot from Colong is just too long. So this is the 5 from the bench. Salati into Williams. Williams against Candy. Once again, Eagles defense standing tall, standing hard. Salati, that's a poor shot. Clark comes away with the rebound. He's going to drive hard, and he's fouled by Aaron Rye. Mitch Clark, he was one of our men to watch, and you can see why.
Yeah, I mean, his effort so far, just playing fast. He's got a man on a mission right now, get to the rim, and he's doing exactly that.
Yeah, he's already been at the line 4 times. This will be numbers 5 and 6. Misses the first. Cook makes the second. 2-point game. Salati brings it over halfway. McGusty goes across. Thought he was going to take it off him, but no. Salati keeps it. Now McGusty gets it. Gives it back. McGusty for 3. No good. Mitch Clark up with the rebound. Ward Hibbert step back 3. Oh, just in and out. The Eagles defense has been absolutely superb at the moment. Yeah, the sort of one. And that's enough for Coach Sabonis as the Eagles level the game at 16 all. And Sabonis wants a timeout.
That was a 3.
3, give him
yep.
3. Yep, it was a 3 indeed. As there we see the replay. The Eagles take the lead. It's 17-16, I believe.
Yeah, and this is exactly how Eagles need to be playing. You know, they've really got the opportunity here to be able to stay in this game and have something to play for as they take the trip down south. So I think staying in it defensively is going to be the key here. The way they've been throwing that zone out there has been great. They are slowing London down the way they need to, not living and dying by the 3-point line early in this game, which I like.
Yeah, look at that stats. Well, they've beaten the line 12 times already. 9 of 12, 75%. Other things as well there, obviously 2-point shots for London stands out. They're only 1 of 7 from 3-point range, 15 rebounds to 8. Well, we probably expected that as well.
Yeah, I think what stands out for me, though, right now is 6 assists already before this first quarter has already ended for London. That's very much their style of play, where everybody 1 through 10, whoever's coming off the bench, everybody's scoring, everybody has the opportunity and the ability to facilitate, which I think is really special about the style of basketball that London play, being able to see them do that and everybody facilitate for everybody.
Yeah, I was relative to the program notes for this week. The top scorer is Joe Scott, 12.9 points a game.
Exactly.
You know, and minutes-wise, I think Chaundry Brown is the only one to have 23 minutes per game log. Right, Salati Well, he probably could have shot the three, decided not to. Augusti gives him it back. He goes inside. Salade. Free throw line. Can't make his 2-point shot. Dean Williams took the rebound. Aaron Rye misses his three. That's 1 of 8. They're now shooting London. Kieran Sandy wraps it round. Augusti. Nice handles. Foul on Josh Ward-Hibbert. 2 shots coming up for Cameron Augusti.
That's a tough one. I mean, they played 19 seconds of absolutely great defense there. I think, obviously, Josh just trying to get his hand in there. He's just a little late and ends up getting a piece of Cameron Augusti, so sends him to the line. But fantastic defensive effort from Eagles thus far.
Augusti makes the first.
Augusti makes the first one for the Lions. We need to be louder.
First points of the game for him. And he makes the second as well. Mitch Clark back in. Josh Ward-Hibbert comes out. 23.1, so will the Eagles hold for the final shot is the question. And I think there's been a foul call, yeah.
Yeah, and this is the thing that London don't want to do. You know, Mitch Clark has really the ability to be such a pest that he can get you fired up and get you in a position where you get those frustration off-ball fouls, and he can put players in bad positions being able to do that. So it's something, you know, Mitch Clark is one of those players I always say you really want to have on your team, right? You love to play with him, but you hate to play against him. I described Josh Ward-Hibbert in the same way, that there's such, you know, defensive presences, and you know, you love being their teammate because they fire you up in a certain way, but you know, when you're playing against them, my gosh, those frustration fouls just come out.
I think one of the words you used there was pest.
Yeah.
And I love that, because that's exactly what he is. He's a real pest.
In a good way, in a good way.
Yeah, in a good way, yeah. Augusti turns the corner. Wrap around pass to Salade, extra pass to Dean Williams, and that's nailed that three, almost on the bus.
Oh, I got it. Oh, I almost
Sarah
got it.
almost gets Augusti's pass.
I need more wingspan there.
As the first quarter ends with Lions just in front, 21-19, and that was just on that 3-point shot with 2 seconds to go.
Oh, I think we've still got a little bit of time left on the clock.
0.2, I think he said.
Before we go to bench.
Yeah, the referees have called it. It was 0.2 when the ball went out of bounds. So Eagles have got like a chance for a catch and shoot.
I think it's got to be a tip, yeah.
Well, no foul called on Cole Long. Not sure why the London player even challenged it, to be perfectly honest, on 0.2. But that is the end of the first quarter now.
We're at the end.
And the Eagles trail 19-21, but that's been a pretty impressive quarter by the Eagles, to be perfectly honest, even though they're down.
Yeah, and I think, you know, I did worry at the top of this game, you know, about who was going to be scoring for them, but seeing them already at 19 points in the first quarter is confidence boosting. Everybody's kind of had a shot at it. Manny Conway's been aggressive. Gus Okafor, I think, is going to even have more to come. So I think, you know, right now this quarter score is promising for what's to come for both teams.
Yeah, so we're just having a quick look at there. Eagles pretty much in front on everything apart from the 2-point shots there. I mean, London are 100% from the line, but they've only shot 5. Eagles have shot 14, and rebounds 17-8, as you said before, Sarah, as well. They've got 7 assists because they like to share the ball. So I guess it's probably just been a little bit more efficient, especially inside.
Yeah, definitely. You know, and I think the thing that London need to do is not bail players out, you know, force players to make tough shots and make them prove themselves at the rim. But, you know, in those last second situations, London are playing a lot of great defense, but Eagles are able to get those scores at the end of the shot clock. The three-point line, I think it's been visited by both teams a little bit, but, you know, definitely both teams capable of making, we are seeing that highlight. And I don't know, Jeff, do we think that might have been a kickball?
Well, what else could it have been? Yeah. Amazing to get that. Yeah. So, wow.
Oh, and I love it. We can hear production are maybe going to try to give me that kickball replay again.
Yeah, so this was not called as a kickball. Ward Hibbert, how is that not a kickball?
You know, tough angles, though. I don't envy the position of the referees having to see literally everything with eyes in the back of their heads. So
yeah, difficult for one of three not to pick it up. Okay, so Eagles call long for three. Is short. Chorley Brown Jr. takes the rebound. Rye, Chorley Brown Jr., McGusty, Solade, and Dean Williams against Okafor, Ward Hibbert, Clark, Canway and Long. McGusty, nice little move. Got the benefit of the roll. You're not supposed to get that when you're on the road, are you?
Yeah, and I mean, that just looks like reps for him. You know, I don't even think he's opened up full speed yet. That's him at definitely, you know, maybe 60% of what he's capable of right now.
Clark going in deep, turning against Will. Oh, wow. What a play by Mitch Clark. Quite how he made that, I do not know. Got round Williams, was falling over, but got the layup off the glass. And at the other end, Williams, having failed to stop Clark, stops himself from scoring. This is some effort at the moment by the Eagles. Clark for three is no good. Solari changes the pace, changes the direction. Williams driving inside. That's going to be a travel. Ethan Price coming on for Mo Solari. And Dean Williams also taking a seat as Shavar Reynolds Jr. comes on. Technically, I've probably got those substitutions the wrong way around, but you know what I mean.
We know what you mean, Jeff.
Two on, two off. Clark seen, obviously, with no Taylor, no Burden Jr., seen a lot of the ball. Okafor's three-point shot hits the front of the rim and comes back out to Aaron Rye. He pushes down the other end. McGusty back inside to Rye. Yeah, nice move by Rye. I think he felt all the time he could take Candy, and he did. Remember as well, Josh Ward is still not that long back from injury, and Candy's, you know, bench player who doesn't play a lot of minutes, as is Canway, so it's going to be tough for these guys in the second half. Okafor for three. And that's an air ball. It's still an air ball if it just hits the net.
No, I think we'd still class that as an air ball. I would give it to the fans if that's what they're yelling. But yeah, I think right now we need to see Gus Okafor try to get himself inside, especially with the lineup that's on the floor. If you end up with the mismatch, if you've got Ethan Price guarding Manny Conway, I'd like to see Gus give us some inside presence as well offensively.
McGusty, well, that was too easy. That was too easy. Mark Stewart, I think, decides he wants a timeout just to have a word with these players. 6 points the gap. McGusty danced through there and laid it in for two. So just have a quick look at the last two London players. So this is Aaron Rye getting inside against Candy. Candy doing a pretty good job, but just bigger and stronger, really, Aaron Rye. And this one's a lovely move by McGusty. Picked his way through to, it's like a slalom skier, Sarah.
Yeah, but I mean, I think to, you know, credit right there for that last play from McGusty. Definitely great screens being set to open up the middle of the floor for him to snake through. So I think, you know, as London start to figure out themselves offensively against that zone, that's definitely going to matter. But I mean, I think what really stands out right now when you look at those offensive rebounds, just 1 for Eagles, but 10 for London. They're getting a lot of opportunities to put the ball in the basket, and that is how you win basketball games. You just got to get that molten through that orange circle more times than the other team, and right now, London are getting more opportunities to do that.
That's a great point, Sarah, because, you know, all these sports, like basketball, American football, baseball, stacked with statistics.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the only statistic that counts in basketball is who's winning after 40 minutes.
Yep. Yeah, you just got to put it through the rim.
When we're writing reports, I have to try and find a way of justifying the score, but at the moment, Eagles doing a really good job defensively, but London just nipped in front by 6, biggest lead of the night. Eagles bringing it forward. Josh Ward-Hibbert just about getting over in time. London's defense seems to have just picked up a little bit of intensity. Candy going inside, spins, turns, left-handed layup is just off the rim. London coming away with the rebound. Aaron Wright kicks it out. 3-point shot is good by Chaundi Brown.
Let's go, Eagles.
9 points, just a little bit ominous. Clark tries to turn a corner. Canway for 2 is no good. Off the backboard. There's McGusty. Obviously, Stootle's now used both his timeouts in this half. Ethan Price gets it inside, rolls it out to Rye. Rye kicks it out. McGusty, no look pass to Ethan Price. Great pass, nice finish. 11 points to gap.
Let's make some noise. Eagles!
Crowd needs to get into it for the Eagles. London trying to keep them silent. Ward-Hibbert to Canway. He's going to go hard inside himself. Nice play by Manny Canway. Gets the drop in, makes the 2.
Yeah, and those are those gimmies that we want Eagles looks to have. You know, those simple ones where you just get in and take what the defense gives you.
Shavar Reynolds Jr. responds at the other end as Mitch Clark smashes to the floor. Comes on the long way, just have a nice little chat with the referee as he walks past. Gus Okafor. Candy from way downtown is no good. Okafor trying to get the rebound. Augusti kicks it out. Price drive it in, that's going to be a foul. So Harvey Candy with the foul. Ethan Price will go up the line to shoot 2. Wonder what Aaron Rye was running all the way back down court for. He lost his headband.
Oh. I think I missed that too.
Canway and Candy come out. Long and Sam Mamoni back from Bradford Dragons.
Yorkshire Dragons now.
Yorkshire
They've rebranded in the BCB, yes, they have.
Well, somebody should have told Dan Black that when he wrote the press release.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I guess they're still based in Bradford, so it's not wrong, but it is the Yorkshire Dragons, yes.
That's where he's been playing this season. Spent a lot of years on the Eagles bench, so he's well versed. Last year he was injured most of the year, and he actually was an assistant coach for Mark Stewart for a long time. Price misses a pair.
Yeah, and he actually just came back this season about halfway through when he went down to Yorkshire Dragons. He wasn't playing at the top end of this season, a little bit with Teesside, but he's just getting himself back into the swing of things.
Great pass from Cole Long, and the reverse layup from Gus Okafor is good. Reynolds Jr. to Price, fouled by Okafor. Eagles just got it down to single figures.
Hey, keep talking.
End-line ball. Neither side independently at the moment. Substitution, Joel Scott in, Ethan Price out. London leading the quarter 13-6. Tarek Phillips back in as well. He's going all the way to the basket and lays it in for two. Such a good work out inside. And those guards that can score from anywhere. Okafor, hands off to Mamouni. Kicks it out, nice pass. And that was unlucky. Nice pass by Cole Long. Brown Jr. Joe Scott battling with Mitch Clark's not going to let him go easily. Shavar Reynolds Jr. for three is good for three from the corner. That corner three so effective. 14 points to gap now. 4 minutes to go. First half. Clark drops it into Long. Long does really well to get that ball out. Ward Hibbert hits the back iron. And the long rebound taken by Reynolds Jr. for London. Gives the ball inside to Brown. Brown then puts it in for two. It wasn't that long ago, it was only a 4-point game and London on a terrific run. Clark tries to answer it, he can't. And that's going to be London ball as Gus Okafor trying to take the rebound. Kieran Sandy comes in. Chaundi Brown comes out. Doesn't look 100% Chaundi Brown. Maybe he's just tired.
Yeah, I mean, they've been giving themselves quite the effort. Every time they score, you can see Coach Sabonis running up the sideline, telling them to get up and to really defend in the full court, and that's what's putting pressure on this Eagles offense.
Phillip inside again, hits the front rim, but he gets his own rebound. Kicks it out to Sandy, that's a travel. Didn't put the ball down. Manny Canway comes back. Gus Okafor takes a seat.
Again, Mitch. Hey, two up.
The call is 2 up. Might ask you to explain that. Well, oh, fantastic block by Joe Scott. Going to go 2 up. Whoa, and at the other end, there we go. Highlight play. Reynolds Jr. for. Ooh, if that had got in, well, just whatever comes away with it. Looking forward to seeing the replay of that play. Cole Long is in and out. Technical call on the Eagles bench.
I'm not sure if... No, that was on Shavar Reynolds coming down.
Reynolds, yeah, good spot, Sarah, because I thought he pointed to the Eagles bench.
Yeah, and I think, you know, these guys are so fired up. This last possession down here, Dean Williams, incredible finish from him. Great dunk in the full court, but he goes back and gets a steal in the front court as well. So, you know, Shavar Reynolds, he's celebrating, but he runs to Sabonis, and Sabonis just tells him to get back on the floor and play defense. So the energy that this team is playing with is what's getting them the lead that they have. They need to continue this and play in the full court how they are. Obviously, the technical can slow things down a little bit. Eagles need to capitalize on this momentum shift and just take advantage of it.
And I was just going to say, they went to the far side. So the technical foul was after the ball went dead, wasn't it? And it was Eagles' possession. So quite rightly, the referees are giving the ball to the Eagles in front of their own bench.
An Eagles ball. Who's ball?
14-second shot clock.
Eagles.
Mitch Clark. Gets it inside to Canway where he can't handle it. Ethan Price was on him. Nice behind the back dribble by Phillip. But his pass, well, he knew what he was doing, but unfortunately his teammates had no idea. Ball is outside. Turnover. Ward Hibbert goes past Phillip. Canway, Mamouni under the basket. Ward Hibbert, that's a great drive. That's a great drive by Ward Hibbert. Dean Williams shakes it away.
Yeah, and I like this from Josh. You know, he sees Ethan Price in front of him, takes advantage of the mismatch. Dean Williams just probably half a step late there on the help side. Frustrated because he felt like he was straight up. But if you're coming into the body and you're into the cylinder, that's what does it. So every time, though, I've seen London play, I'm always impressed with the energy and the never satisfied mentality that, you know, Sabonis has for his players. But as well, you can feel it in the players, you know, as much as it's infectious too. You know, you feel it with Eagles tonight. Even though there is a bit of a deficit right now, it doesn't feel like it. Eagles are still playing with that energy and that effort level, and that's what I was hoping for tonight, and I think what you get out of playoff basketball.
Yeah, absolutely, 100% agree. Whatever makes them both, it is a testament to this London side that it doesn't matter how many games they play, what competition they're playing in, they give it 100% every single time. Nice ball movement. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Step back from Reynolds. He gets his own rebound.
Way.
Cole Long. That's the sort of thing that the Eagles really can't afford. And that's going to be a foul by Cole Long inside on Price. Bit of a frustration foul as much as anything.
Yeah, and I think watching up on the board right now, seeing that be first foul for Cole Long, you also notice that he's scoreless, and he's someone that I think the Eagles will need to be able to get going.
Ball movement, player movement from London, very impressive at the moment. Phillip drives hard, and it's going to be a jump ball called. The arrow is in favour of London. 2.8 seconds left on the clock. That won't change.
It is so hard not to get fired up watching Josh Ward-Hibbert play defense.
Of course, Josh Ward-Hibbert, the next London Lion himself. McGusty has to get the go for the rebound. Cole Long, second foul in a row. Still neither side in the penalty. Incredible, really. When you consider that the intensity and the level of the defense, that neither side's in the penalty.
Yeah, but offensive boards, I think, going to be the story of halftime when Mark Stootle heads into the locker room.
McGusty works his way inside the key, knocks down the two. 17 points the gap. You know this Eagles team will not give in, will not drop down, but also London will not look at the scoreboard. They'll just keep playing as well. Canway makes the two inside against 3 players. Excellent play by Manny Canway.
Yeah, and just with 30 seconds to go, Eagles only 11 points in this second quarter.
Yeah, that's a big start. And the 3-point shot is good from McGusty. Yeah, I was wondering, I thought it looked like a long 2 rather than a 3, but 3 was signalled. Kieran Sandy does well. And so even that last possession, 18 points in front. London didn't even want to concede a shot. Fantastic.
Yeah, and you know, that's the effort level of winning teams, and they, you know, obviously European competition for this team. They are a battle-tested unit. We still haven't even seen the likes of Ovi Soko and Amin Adamu on the floor yet, so everybody coming out, such a presence on the floor defensively, and I think, you know, the way that they're playing, especially coming out a little slow in that first quarter, they have the ability to maintain that scoring effort. 24 points in that second quarter to Eagles 11.
And looking as well, looking at the London bench, looking at Coach Sabonis, you wouldn't think he was up by 18 points with the look on his face. And I think you can see the stats there. You mentioned the rebounds, 31-12.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a huge statistic right now. Offensive boards for them is absolutely what's killing the Eagles.
And also you've got that overall 46% to 27% as well. Eagles shot a lot of threes in that quarter, only 2 of 15.
And right now, Vertu Arena.
So we're just going to have a look at the other scores, half-time scores here. And, well, it's the away sides who are doing well, isn't it, Sarah? Look at that. 10-point lead for Sheffield Sharks at Leicester and a 14-point lead for Phoenix at Surrey. So it's anchors away, really.
Yeah, my predictions, I think, you know, I have a strong feeling Cheshire are going to be able to pull away against Surrey. But I feel like if anybody's going to do it, I think Leicester can pull the upset over Sheffield.
So we're going to give you some highlights of the first half, starting very early. Yeah, Cameron Siobhan Reynolds there. This is on the Eagles side. Lovely pass. That's a great pass from Cole Long to Gus Okafor.
Yeah, and I think the offenses that Eagles have been successful is just seeing what's in front of them, taking that open shot. And Eagles have done a great job of forcing that for London as well, making them make tough shots. But those little give-me's and these transition plays, you know, they're so capable playing in the full court. And Dean Williams, incredible dunk from him.
So there's a three from the corner, and that's your highlights. And we're out of here. We now will bring you the halftime show. Sarah and I will have a little break, and we will be back with you shortly. Enjoy the halftime show, everybody.
We are Vertu. We have over many years built a nationwide network of local dealerships with a choice of amazing cars from the world's leading manufacturers, all cared for by our highly skilled technicians. For customers who continue to praise us to friends and family alike. Because we are Vertu.
Yeah, well, I grew up in Australia and played all my juniors out there, and played at Perry Lakes in the NBL 1 West competition. Played there for 6 or 7 years and sort of worked my way up through the ranks and ended up on a development player gig at the Perth Wildcats in the NBL, which was an awesome experience, and then wrapped up and I had the opportunity to come out here and play at Reading, which was awesome. When I signed with Reading, the first thing I told them was my goal was to make it up a league to the BBL at the time, SLB now. And obviously there was a great example with guys like Aaron Rye and Taylor Johnson in the immediate sort of season before me, that they had a great year and were able to make the jump and do it really well. So, you know, I'm not sure that I'll have the same impact as them. Hopefully I do, but you know, they've sort of set a bit of a pathway for the jump between the leagues now, which is really great. The Cup was awesome. I think it's a great opportunity for those BCB teams to be able to play against the best in the country, and you know, it was a competitive hit out. It was one quarter of basketball that Sheffield really showed their class, and you know, blew the lead out, and you know, it was good from us at Reading to be able to fight back and not give up on that game and let the lead blow out. And you know, we managed to get the starters to sub back into the game to finish off the game and that sort of thing, which was, you know, really good for us to have that sort of resilience to bounce back and keep fighting. And I guess from my perspective, it was great to sort of see the quality of the league, you know, the level of physicality, pace and size, and the quality of the imports. You know, it's just that jump up and a bit more polished and more professional, I guess. Yeah, when the opportunity came up with Mark, it was it was a no-brainer really. When I spoke to him and what they had done or what they were doing last season with the EMBL and winning the trophy and just sort of seeing the vibe around the club and the supporters at games and things like that, it was just a perfect storm really when he showed interest, and it was an opportunity that I could pass down. Yeah, I mean, I've got a great relationship with those Reading fans and the club itself. Like, they've been nothing but supportive of the step up, and I loved playing at Loddon Valley in front of them, and hopefully they can follow along a little bit, but I'm sure they'll be cheering on Reading this season, and they've got plenty of other basketball to focus on, so they're pretty passionate and they love the club, and it's a fun place to play. So it was a great opportunity to be there, and lots of love for that club.
I've never been to America. This is my first time, so you know, it's not too much of a culture shock, honestly. You know, it's been a pretty good transition, and I'm very thankful for that. It's going smooth. I've really been liking the transition. You know what I'm saying? It's been a vibe out here, and I really like getting used to it. So it's a pretty cool city for sure. Coach Mark talked to me for sure. I feel like I was the right person for the position I'll be playing. You know, and then obviously getting to England, like, you know, I know it's a good coach over here. You know, they love basketball as well. So I just feel like I was a good fit for the team. You know, I will continue to stack those days and get to that point. He expected a lot from me, if I'm being quite honest. You know, we like this sometimes, but that's my guy. And I like the way that he's coaching, and he expected a lot from me, and I wouldn't want anything less. So I'm gonna continue to keep getting better. You know what I'm saying? I'm a rookie guard, but he gonna hold me accountable like I've been there 10 years. So I'm grateful. Both of them, they've been in my ear. They some good guys for sure. You know, I'm very grateful to have those type of people that are experienced and they want to give back to somebody that's younger than them. You know, you don't always get experiences like that. So I'm grateful for that. And you definitely, like, you want to learn from those guys. You know, they taught me little small rules that we got here that we don't have back home, just about even inbounding the ball, you know, calling timeout, stuff like that. Like, that matters to a point guard, and they understand that, and that's why I'm very thankful to have those guys on the team. I'm definitely an exciting player. Like, I won't sugarcoat it. Like, I get on the court, you know, I'm shooting step back threes, and I'm getting to the rack. You know, get to rim from time to time. You know, a good scorer. But I think what doesn't show up on that is just my passion and the love I have for the game and how I play. And, you know, it might come with the leadership role I play. It might come with just the intensity I feel like I bring all the time. So that might be something that doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but we still gonna get those highlight plays and stuff like that. I'm definitely that type of player for sure. I think we can be really good. We have guys that play hard, love the game, play the right way, and just like I said, we play at that intensity. So I feel like we hang our hat on the defensive end, we'll definitely be one of the top teams. And you know, I'm not scared to say it, as it is what it is. Honestly, I just want to win. Like, I know that's a cliche answer, but who doesn't want to win? You know what I'm saying? I want to go out there, I want to perform on a personal level, but all in all, if I take care of that, I know we'll be one of the top teams, and that's the main goal. And win some championships, you know, I'm not too familiar on all the formats and stuff, but I'm gonna find it out as we go. I'm a wing it type of person, so I'm gonna get out there, play as hard as I can, try to win every day.
Super League basketball is leveling up British hoops. This isn't just a league, it's a movement you can feel and see in the stands. From the first tip to the final buzzer, the story is written. Every drive, every shot, and every moment. Rivalries run deeper, games hit harder. One pass, one dunk, everything can shift. Legacies aren't given here, they're earned. New stories are ready, and new champions are coming. Season 2 is here. Stand tall for British basketball.
Welcome back to the Vertu Arena for the second half of tonight's quarter-final playoff first leg between the Newcastle Eagles and the London Lions. The half-time score with the Eagles on 30 and the Lions on 48. There you go, just having that confirmed for you on screen. So the Eagles with a lot of work to do. London probably would like a few more points than that as well, Sarah.
Yeah, definitely. I think Eagles need to figure out a way to score in the second half. They've had a bit of a rough second quarter. Confidence boosting in the fourth quarter. Obviously, they were able to put up 19 points, but you know they need to do what Cheshire just did and have a 42-point quarter like they did in the second quarter.
Yeah, and it's just Sarah just mentioned there. So if you're enjoying tonight and you're enjoying SLB basketball playoff, on any SLB basketball, that's how you can get your tickets for the final, which will take place on Sunday the 17th of May 2026 at the O2 Arena, London. A fantastic venue. It's always a fantastic day. Get your tickets now at www.axs.com. Get all the ticket details from there. And we're just having a look at the Eagles bench, and Sarah just mentioned there just a quick little stat of one of the games. Incredible second quarter by Cheshire Phoenix down there in Surrey. They went into the second quarter 28-23 down, so they were 5 down. They came out of it 15 points in front after scoring an incredible 42 points in the quarter. Something, as Sarah just said, the Eagles could do with very much so in this quarter. We're that way to be seen. We're just having a look to see who's coming out for the Eagles. Clark, Candy, Long, Ward Hibbert and Canway. And I think the point you made about Cole Long is a very good one. He's 0 from 3 and on 2 fouls. Not much else. We haven't had any stats up for you at the minute, but here's some individual stats. The two people that we picked out to watch, Cameron McGusty leads the Lions in 11 points, and Mitch Clark leads the Eagles with 12 points. He's also got 4 rebounds. Manny Canway has 8 and Gus Okafor 5 for the Lions, as well as McGusty's 11. We've got Ethan Price with 9, Chandra Brown Jr. with 9, and Shavar Reynolds Jr. 6 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. And we're underway, and it's the Eagles with Ward Hibbert. Inside the paint, comes out. Candy trying to get the 3-point shot off, but he's going to attack the basket instead. A little bit unlucky, just didn't get in a friendly roll. Price takes the rebound, his 4th of the game. And London get a chance for the first offence. Could they stretch the lead to 20 points or plus? McGrusty's so athletic, isn't he? Great pass out. Brown from the corner. 3-point is good. And they have got that 20-point lead. In fact, they've made it a 21-point lead.
Yeah, and that's what's so dangerous about McGusty. You have to collapse in on him because he is such a threat from inside. But then that kick out opens up, and they're getting exactly what they want, that corner three.
So 3-0. Go Long chased down by Joe Scott, but Long, there you go. He asked Go Long to come to the party. He just has. He's hit his first 3 of the game.
There he is, back in business, and a bread and butter shot for him. He loves that little step back 3.
Brown Jr., Phillip, McGusty. Once again, the ball moving good from London. Joe Scott hasn't been much of a factor tonight. Double teamed here, but he burst through the double team, but couldn't make his layup. Conway gets the rebound, Clark's at the other end. Nice play by Mitch Clark. Knew where his defender was, bumped straight into him and gets the foul call in his favour. Smart play. Clark gets it back from Conway. Kande tried to turn against McGusty. Excellent play by Sobe Kande. He's 23-year-old Geordie boy takes the NBA player.
I love that for him. You know, these are the opportunities to step up. You show up when you get the opportunities, and he's doing exactly that as he has been in the last couple games.
But they've left McGusty open, but he misses his 3. Conway again takes another rebound. Clark straight on offense. He's going to go at the basket, off the backboard, but doesn't go in. Price takes the rebound. Phillip at the other end. I think he'll come back out. Yep. Joe Scott for 3 is good. Splashes it home. Long come set the screen. Kande for 3. Just too long. Phillip takes the long rebound. Pushes forward, but the pass from McGusty is not a good one. Turnover. Mo Saladi comes on for McGusty.
Yeah, and I don't love that offensive possession from Eagles. It's a quick one. They didn't see a paint touch. It's a tough opportunity to get a good shot off like that. Ball movement needs to happen in order for them to hunt a shot they want.
Long, just outside the 3-point line. Conway, well, we've seen him. I was just going to say, we've seen Manny Conway knock down 3s this season. He's just done that again for the Eagles.
Yeah, I was about to say, Joshua Hibbert is down there fighting for position for what felt like a lifetime, but you know what? If you knock it down, you knock it down.
It's good that the young man's got the confidence to shoot it, and he's at the other end. I think that's a foul. Very much so on Scott. And 9 ball.
Yeah, Mitch Clark doing a good job being able to front there and being able to force a tough pass, but Manny just needs to get there and play solid defense in the help side, not try to jump at it.
Eagles at the moment doing well to stay with the Lions. Scott turns. Tough move by Joe Scott. Gets it in for 2.
And there goes points 39 and 40.
Kande for 3 is good. You cannot leave this boy open.
Yeah, his confidence is definitely flying high right now.
Cross-court pass from Brown to Scott. He's a strong boy, Joe Scott. But so is his marker. Two shots coming up.
Yeah, you know, and this is a tough one. Joel Scott doesn't drop the shoulder. He's just getting into his man, and that's just when Josh is trying to absorb the contact there. But I think if he stays solid, that could have ended up a no call. But unfortunately, Joel Scott, that's just bully basketball under the rim. As much as he's a shooter and has the ability to play at the guard spot, his ability to back down smaller guards is so strong, and what makes him such a dangerous player out there.
He is the leading scorer for the Lions this season. Only 12.9 points a game, but he's the leading scorer, and he's at the line right now. First one spins out. He gets the Eagles' original shout of "You've let your whole team down."
Yeah, we do hear that a lot up here in Vertu Motors Arena.
Well, it was Les Harris who invented that chant from the Eagles. Makes the second though. Gus Okafor is on. He's trapped in the corner. Had to throw it. Tarek Phillips tried to argue that the ball was already out, but he hit it mid-air.
No, he's trying to argue if it's front court or back court. Yeah.
Well, what he has done is demolished the sideboards.
Yeah, but I'm watching a security guard put one of these boards up upside down, which I'm wondering when he's going to figure it out. How long do we give him before he figures it out?
I don't think he's going to. The other one falls down. Maybe it's in honour of Mitch Clark with him being an Australian. Let's put it upside down. Clark for three. Just off right. Lordy takes the rebound. Well, our events manager, Rachel Sweeney, spotted it straight away. Scott inside, nice little hook for two.
Yeah, and that's what he did again. He just got back to that same move, backs down a smaller guard with that little turnaround hook shot.
Candace's three-point shot is off. Mark Stutler's called for a timeout. The next break of play. Under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. London leading by 18, but that's what they were leading by at the half. Unless this one goes in, it doesn't. So Eagles with a chance to go ahead on the quarter. And once again, great credit to them. They're not going away. Cole Long gets inside, but that's a foul by Chaundi Brown. Two shots given. Lions with about 27 players on court at the moment. Timeout called by Mark Stutler. Coach Sabonis doesn't think that should have been a shooting foul. I love that though, you know what I mean? They're up by 18 and he's still disputing every call.
Yeah.
That's the sort of attitude that gets through to your players and makes your players want to play that little bit harder.
Yeah, it's how you definitely create a culture of play there.
Top scorers on the game. Chaundi Brown Jr.'s got in front for the Lions, 12. Augusti with 11. Joel Scott with 10. But the Eagles can win our leads with 11. Mitch Clark on 10. I had him down as 12 at half time, so I don't know where that's come from. And Sove Kande with 8. Is that percentage for Mitch Clark? 14%. Wow.
It's free throws is where he's been scoring right now, and those shot attempts aren't going to go up. So if you're fouled on a driving layup, let's say, you are not written down for a missed shot attempt. You just get the free throws. So that'll be, he's got a couple misses, but a lot of free throws.
Absolutely right. 8 of 9 from the line. 1 of 7 from the field. Cole Long, who hit his first 3-point, is taking his first visit to the line tonight. This one is good. Ward Hibbert and Candy come in as rebounders. Open takes a second. They're not needed to rebound because he knocked it down. Salade brings it over halfway into Reynolds Jr. He thought about the three, then did release the three. I always think when you change your mind, you tend to miss. Take the first one, you're in rhythm. Hesitate, you just take yourself out of rhythm. Dean Williams, tough play, but even tougher defense on Cole Long. And Candy's pass was, oh, he's missed the jam. Absolutely missed the jam. With Chorney Brown. Reynolds Jr. took the steal off Candy, then went for the jam, missed it, but London had 3 against 1 on the offensive rebound.
Yeah, and that's one of those that Eagles are going to reflect on and say, you know, unacceptable.
4 Ward Hibbert. Now to 5 on the shot clock. Ward Hibbert tries to go. I think it come off his own leg. Reynolds Jr. behind the back. Aaron Rye off the backboard for 2. 20 points again. London just turn it around a little bit. Okafor for 3. Is in and out. Salari, he's going to go all the way to the basket. Misses it, but Aaron Rye, another offensive rebound. And Chorney Brown, well, he can't make it, and the foul will be called. And Sarah was mentioning the offensive rebounds. 15 offensive rebounds. Which gives you second chance points. Brown Jr. makes the first.
We need to be louder and prouder. North stand, wave your arms, let's make some noise!
Next to both. Substitution with Gusty was for the shootout. Brown Jr. Takes his total up to 14 points. 16 points, I believe. Clark drops it off to Okafor. Ward Hibbert does well to get inside all the way to the basket and lays it in for 2. A grimace on Josh Ward Hibbert's face as he ran back there. Oh, nice pass from Aaron Rye and tremendous finish by Dean Williams. Lovely pass, opened it up, but he did run the baseline well.
Yeah, great backdoor cut from him. Good eyes from Aaron Ryan. They got a highlight play.
Ward Hibbert. Seeing the highlight. Possibly a minute.
Yeah.
4, Cole Long releases to 3.
Points in the paint right now, though, for both teams. You see London Lions plus 20 on points in the paint to Eagles right now. So 34-14 is a huge statistic.
And that's the lead right there, really, isn't it? 22 points. Hand in the back from Okafor on Williams.
Yeah, as we
thought Josh Ward Hibbert was just struggling a wee bit, and he is coming off with Gus Okafor. Gus Okafor's been carrying an injury for a couple of weeks now.
It's Manny Conway that's head out. We've still got Gus Okafor on
sorry, yes,
he just got a steal. He heard
and
you.
He got a steal as well. Foul on Williams after the steal. With a push. Eagles possibly looking for an unsportsmanlike. It's hard to keep up with all these London substitutions, isn't it? They just Scott and Price back in. Reynolds Jr. and Williams come out. Yeah, Manny Conway's on 3 fouls, isn't he? Yeah. Sam Mamoni. Mitch Clark, the reverse layup. Nope. Aaron Rye, good at pace. Salati for 3 is good. Aaron Rye, good setup play for the Lions there. He does everything, doesn't he, Aaron Rye?
Yeah, he absolutely does. Great facilitator, great defender, but also heads-up play from him there.
So Vertu still racking up the points. He's up, I think he's into double figures again. Salati, Scott for 3, that's flat, and it's off. Cole Long does, that's really unlucky because Cole Long got the long rebound first, knocked it back, but it went straight to Aaron Rye, who just laid it in.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what you say on those boards, just grab it.
Oh, just looking from the car park. So far out, knocks down a 3.
Yeah, but it's rebounding game right here for Eagles. You know, London are just so hungry for the ball. Anywhere the ball is falling, you've got white jerseys hunting it, so Eagles just need to be that hungry as well.
Oh, great block by Gus Okafor. Superb block on Joel Scott. It's a foul, 6, Mo Salati. Six seconds on the shot clock. Dean Williams comes in for those last 6 seconds. Ethan Price comes out. So Manny Conway comes on for Sam Mamoni for the last 6 seconds to help get the ball out. They got the ball out, and Mitch Clark gets it shot off, but can't make it. And it ends with the Lions up 71 to 50, 21 points. That means they won that quarter by 3, which is a good effort by the Eagles.
It's that time now during the third quarter break for our famous chocolate adult. This season of 2020, your chance to win.
So yes, Sarah,
20-inch pizza and meal
21 points. What do you think the Eagles would be happy with now?
I think cutting it down to a 10-point lead heading into that second leg, you know, when you look at it, when you head into that second leg, you have to just approach it as being 0-0. So the best they can do to shrink this lead as much as they can in the fourth quarter is going to be crucial for them. You know, London have a way of making sure that they maintain foot on the gas. We know Coach Sabonis isn't going to slow down. We see 44 rebounds total for London Lions right now, and you know that Coach Sabonis isn't satisfied with that effort just yet. So percentages obviously shooting up a little bit for London, but what stands out to me right now, 25 three-pointers to 18 two-point attempts for Eagles right now. And you see for London, they've got more two-point attempts than three-point attempts, and that's what's going to get them there. So I think Eagles need to be hungry to hit the paint. They need to be looking to get to the rim, but also once they're in the paint, get those kickouts, and that's where the three-point line is going to open up for them.
Cole Long knocking down the 3 there. That was his first points of the game in the second half. 3-pointer going up there from London as well. This is the one where Manny Conway was left wide open. I don't think London will do that again. Severe Candy knocks one down. Team's coming back out after the Long, Clark, Conway, Okafor and Candy, McGusty, Rye, Williams, Phillip and Scott. I doubt it'll last very long, that though.
Yeah, and as we're seeing on screen right now, Sabonis talking to Shavar Reynolds, and you can see how fired up he is. It's hard to not just get caught up in how, you know, intoxicating his energy is towards his bench and towards his team when they're out there on the floor. So, you know, what a pleasure it is to watch him coach and come into his own as a head coach this season here in England.
Yep, he's done really, really well. She gets bumped by Aaron Wright. She's going to get bumped by somebody.
Yeah, and that's what happens when Eagles play with a little bit of pace. They're getting rewarded with those fouls. London aren't being very disciplined with those kind of slow down plays. So I think that they need to be, a little bit more disciplined, but Eagles need to maintain that pace.
Conway against Williams. No, Williams knocks it away. Conway went up the first time and I thought he was going to be called for a travel, to be honest, but got the shot away. Williams swatted it away. Eagles ball at the end line though. Offensive foul call on Manny Conway. That's his 4th foul.
Offensive foul called against Manny Conway for the Eagles.
Sabonis, I think, had called a timeout, but he's cancelled it. Manny Conway has to come out. 4 fouls. Done well though to last so long, really. Pick your poison because he's had a lot of work to do inside. There's Tarek Phillip inside the Scotch. Great hands by Mitch Clark. Even better hands by Sarah Burkett. Even better hands by Sarah Burkett. As Aaron Ryan knocks the ball away, it was heading straight for my face. And Sarah rose like a salmon and took the ball out of the air. I wonder if we've got that on the highlight play. Oh, Mitch Clark, nice play from Mitch Clark. All the way at the basket and lays it in for 2. Augusti goes in and is fouled. Sabonis saying he was going up. Fouls on 15, Cole Long. Here's a highlight for you. There's the ball going out and a good catch by Sarah. There you go. Good catch, Sarah.
Oh gosh, good catch from me, love it.
Good stuff, good stuff. Augusti now. Sabonis wanted a shooting foul, but wasn't given. Bullet pass from Brown Jr. Williams. Great defense by Cole Long. And look who's away and running at the other end. Mitch Clark. 33. End line ball.
I think right now London Lions are playing a little flat. You know, they have a lead. They've kind of settled into this game, and Eagles need to exploit this right now. This is where they need to be really buttoned up, get some really clinical offenses in, and try to get easy buckets as well as kind of bread and butter shots where we get a paint touch, a kick out, and a 3. You've got very capable shooters out there, very capable drivers. They need to start digging into this lead.
Whoa, Williams having a block party. You gotta love Clark's energy though and determination. He doesn't care. He'll drive all day.
Yeah, but I love this defensive effort from Dean Williams. You know, hell of a block there.
Long is too long. Look who got the offensive rebound, but the putback isn't any good. And at the other end, bang goes Dean Williams.
Yeah, and there's another highlight play from him. He's having himself, he's having himself a highlight night.
He's had 3 slam dunks and at least 2 blocks. Ward Hibbert with a highlight 3, but it's too far. Chondy Brown. That's a backcourt. Yeah, I was just going to say it was a backcourt. I thought it just seemed a bit strange to throw that pass. Ward Hibbert to inbound. Mitch Clark will be on first name turn for this basketball. Keeping his hands soft, he's turning, spinning, driving, and it's going to be a foul. Fouls on 23, Cameron McGusty. And this time, shooting foul is called. Quite rightly so.
How many shots?
Yeah, and that's a good effort from Mitch there. You know, he read the defense really well, gets his arms out and extends into that shot so that he's able to draw the foul there. If he'd stayed tight to his body, McGusty may have been able to get a piece of it, which Dean Williams has been very capable of doing. So Mitch Clark up to 12 points.
About 13, 9 of 10 from the line. I reckon that's about 90%. Takes it over 90%. He's now 10 of 11 from the line. 14 points personal. He's also got 5 rebounds, 3 assists. McGusty, wow! Comes in from the side, in through the lane and slams it home.
Yeah, and that's why you don't give up middle drives on the baseline. Great play from McGusty. He's able to elevate there and finish high.
And at the other end, look at this. Wow. Well, that's great commitment from both sides. I mean, they're up 21 and they've got 3 guys on the floor trying to get the ball.
Yeah, that's great effort from both sides. But playoff basketball, man, got to be ahead of it.
And that's a foul on Mitch Clark on the turnaround. Mitch Clark certainly had his arms straight up. He probably did after the whistle went. I'm not sure he did before the whistle went. Let's have a look. What do we think? Oh, I don't know. Don't know. His arm was down at one stage.
See, here's my thing. I think if Mitch didn't get that foul called, he's going to make the little cheeky face of, ooh, I got away with it. You know what I mean? So, yes, you're frustrated when it's called, but I think if it's not called, you recognize, ooh, I got away with one. So
1 and 2 from Williams. 20 points. Go along. It's nice ball movement, nice movement all around from the Eagles. And again, the Eagles, it's only that second quarter really at the moment. It's where the massive difference has been. Josh Ward-Hibbert watching the clock. Pass into Manny Canway. Sorry, Gus Okafor wasn't quite good enough. Eagles lead the quarter 6-4. That's 6-5, sorry. With an offensive rebound for the Lions. McGusty going it long. Pull up is no good. Jordy Brown gets it, but this time the Eagles get it. Clark gets it away. Cole, well, you see, you just got to love it. You've absolutely got to love it. I mean, Joel Scott has sprinted back to stop the fast break and got the ball off Cole Long, and it went dead for the Eagles. And Scott turned to his bench and said, that's what I'm talking about.
yeah, and I mean, that's a great play from him. He hustles down. There are no easy buckets.
Yeah, he's good. Wow, no easy buckets indeed. And that's why they're successful. You know, they may have some great players and, you know, such depth, but you've still got to coach them right, which Sabonis does, and you've still got to have the right attitude, which they have. And there again, another offensive rebound and put back by Williams. He may be going to get a rest as Ethan Price comes to the subs chair. Goes to Okafor. Wow. Well, it went right under there, didn't it? Gets the 2-point layup.
And 19 offensive rebounds that London are up to now, to just 7 for Eagles. So
phenomenal, really.
yeah, Eagles need to see themselves boxing out.
And Mitch Clark, great work by Candy defensively, but Mitch Clark comes away with the ball and knocks down the 3. And it's a timeout, London.
That's one of those three-pointers that you love it if it goes in, but if it doesn't go in, I think I'm mad.
Yeah, got the steal, so he's earned the right probably. And he knocked it down as well. Up to 17 points personal, 6 rebounds and 3 assists as well. So what we have on court now, right now, I don't, we've got the white screen now, we're going to put some game stats up. A little bit of a spoiler, I'll go back to that in a minute. So yeah, look at them rebounds, 48 to 24, double. 22 assists to 11, double. Steals is on 8, but London leading in every single category percentage-wise as well. You'd expect that in a 20-point game.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, when you look at shot attempts, only 53 shot attempts to 66 for London, and that's really to do with those second chance opportunities that London are getting with all of those rebounds.
And it's a win for Scootle on court against Defoe. What I was going to try and tell you was the 30-second shooting out that the Eagles run in the fourth quarter timeout was between Mark Stootle's son Oliver and Darius Defoe's son Reggie. And Oliver Stootle won it 11-5.
Yeah, what a full circle moment for both of them.
Reggie Defoe actually named after a former Eagle in Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson, who did 3 seasons with the Eagles, was big friends with Darius Defoe. Siobhan Reynolds Jr. decides to take the 3, decides to net the 3.
Yeah, he said hand down, man down.
Clark at the other end. Mitch Clark's going to be exhausted by the end of this game. Okafor showing the ball well and getting to the hit ring, and is fouled as he goes up.
Oh, let me watch this back here. Mark Stootle saying that as he's gone up, oh, he's pulled the net. Interesting. Okay, so there's one of those discipline plays where you're annoyed because on that, just because Ethan Price did go up and grab the rim, that's a goaltending opportunity. So basket counted as good, and now Gus will go to the line for just 1.
And 1 chance for Gus Okafor. Takes him 12 points, chance to go to 13. Oh, in and out again. In the fourth free throw that Eagles have missed. Once again, Ryan Side is fouled. 9-13 from the line. Is that foul on Gus Okafor? I think it was. No, it wasn't. It was on Sauve Kandé. Giving it end line. Long pass out. Ethan Price, who has come in for Dean Williams, thought he was. Augusti, he's going to go all the way to the basket. Doesn't make it. Cole Long takes a great rebound. Ward Hibbert really challenging London. So London's defence is standing firm at the moment. Okafor, step back 3 is just off. Rye takes another rebound. It'll be his 10th rebound of the game. Joe Scott works hard inside. Mark Stootle decides he wants a timeout.
And there goes Joel Scott hitting him with the too small. I love that for him. You know, he keeps getting that every time he catches it in the post. I think an adjustment defensively needs to be made there. They're just going to keep going to that same option for him. So he's loving that look down low in the post.
Has to be said though, once again, we've played a lot of time in this final quarter, and the Eagles just about holding their own on it. So scores Mitch Clark up to 17 points, leads all scorers in the game. Okafor with 12 and Conway with 11 for the Eagles. Brown Jr. with 16, McGusty with 13, and Joel Scott with 12. Eagles leading the quarter 13-12.
Yeah, and again, you know, we mentioned it at the beginning of the game that it's London are such the team that play with everybody can score, and when you get multiple guys in double digits like that, it's so difficult to be able to slow them down offensively. So even though Eagles are playing really good defense, when they do lock in and they get those little tips when they're doubling down off people, you know, London have given up a lot of opportunities for Eagles to exploit those mistakes, but Eagles just haven't capitalized on every opportunity that they've been given, and they see themselves 20 points down with 3 minutes left in the game.
After being loud and proud for your Eagles.
Yep, 13-12 the quarter. Just that second. I mean, the Lions have won all 3 quarters so far, but first one was only by 2. Third one was only by 3, but it's that 16-point second quarter that seems to be the difference at the moment. Mitch Clark will shoot the 3, will make the 3. 20 points personal now. Can you imagine when I do my post-game interview and Mark Stuttle, proud's going to be one word we'll use. And why not? Reynolds Jr. misses, McGusty takes yet another offensive rebound. He's going to go at Gus Okafor, steps back and makes the 2. Flop warning given on McGusty. Mitch Clark, oh, nice pass. Good finish as well by Cole Long. And I think we're going to get a standing ovation here. Gus Okafor coming out. And what I think a lot of people may well think will be his last appearance as a Newcastle Eagle. Darius Defoe comes on the court. Yeah. We didn't expect that one, Sarah.
You know, I'm actually not going to lie. I did not expect that at all. So that's a big moment for Eagles fans, many who have been fans for a long time, to see him step back out onto the floor as Eagles come down for a defensive possession. But I think we've got a shot clock error.
Yeah, 6 seconds. Yeah, the shot clock's 6 seconds.
Sometimes the shot clock likes to tell you and pretend that you're a bad table official, but it just likes to play with you.
McGusty is no good. Darius Defoe gets the rebound. I did notice Darius Defoe was dressed before the game. Cole Long makes 2, timeout, Sabonis. I did notice Darius Defoe was dressed before the game, but I thought that was just for the presentation.
Yeah, you know, and he can come in and have an impact. You know, Eagles are up actually in this quarter, 19-14. They're leading this 4th quarter. So I think, you know, Eagles just need to keep doing what's working. You know, that little dump off pass there to Cole Long where he gets the and one opportunity. Mitch Clark definitely being the facilitator in this 4th quarter. But just keep doing what they're doing, you know, and Cole Long starting to light up where he went scoreless in the first half. That second quarter is really, really what hurt them, where they only scored 11 points. So I think right now, with the lead sitting at 14 for London, heading into that second leg in Crystal Palace, I think Eagles will have a lot of confidence with the guys that they've got heading into that away trip. It's going to matter a lot, the confidence that they build in this game. So 2 minutes to go right now. They just need to be pedal to the metal, but also clinical.
Just look at the total rebounds there, Sarah. 51-26. Incredible. But I think you're absolutely right, though. The stat for me is this 4th quarter. This is Eagles playing with so much pride, determination, commitment. And London perhaps have just taken their foot off the gas a little bit too much.
Yeah.
A bit of showboating as well.
My live stats hadn't actually updated, though. So, yeah, 21-14 Eagles are leading in this quarter.
Cole Long, who hadn't scored a point at half-time, has got 10 big points in the second half. London, I think, trying to take some time out of the clock as well. I don't think, you know, I think Eagles have done well, but I don't think London will be too concerned. Aaron Wright for 3 from the corner is just too long. Scott got a hand on it. Williams tidied it up. He goes to set the screen for Reynolds. He kicks it back out. McGusty for 3. Nice ball. Nice basketball. Timeout call by Mark Stuttle. I think he wants to make another substitution. I think it's...
Trying to hype up the fans to stand right now, as I think this will be Darius's last time exiting.
Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic gesture from Mark Stuttle. That is what Eagles basketball is all about. Very, very emotional. Darius Defoe leaving the floor. And that, you know, that to me is what it is all about. Certain times when words aren't necessary.
Yeah, you know, I was thinking that we didn't even need to say anything right there, Jeff. I think we both recognize that's a moment to just let the moment be what it is. Darius soaking in, you know, the support from the fans tonight. Mark using his last time out to give him that moment. But Eagles right now focused heading into this last minute and a half, 90 seconds left to really make an impact and cut this lead down for London.
It's 14 points. Clark's going to shoot the three. That looks as if it's short. It is.
Yeah, and I don't, you know, right there you probably had the mismatch with Shavar Reynolds guarding Josh Ward-Hibbert, but they didn't see that to exploit it.
Joe Scott at the other end on Okafor. Will be a foul on Gus Okafor. Both teams in the penalty. Gus Okafor picks up his third foul. Well,
Yeah.
Sometimes they say there's no sentiment in professional sport, but, you know, I have to say, having been with Darius myself for such a long time, that was just a magical moment. Really was. Meanwhile, Joe Scott goes to work at the line, looking to push that lead back up somewhere near 20. This is the second, but wow, Sylvain Candy comes in and gets the rebound.
I was about to lose my mind there for a second. Another offensive rebound, not free throws, guys, come on.
Go long, going hard, fall away jump shot is no good. Shavar Reynolds Jr., Magusti, Cameron Magusti. Well, he just kind of walked into the middle there, but his shot was off. Okafor takes a good rebound. And that's going to be a block and foul on Dean Williams.
Uh-oh. I think we're questioning, yep. So as we got the foul there, Gus Okafor just kind of throws the ball down and off of Dean Williams after the foul. So that'll be a technical foul that top referee didn't catch when it was gone.
Well, it's not a great deal in that, is it?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you...
Technically, it's a technical.
Yes, technically speaking, there's got to be a little bit of discipline there not to do that, but in the same breath, was it maybe an inadvertent? Yes. Was it probably intentional? Yes. So those are those tough ones, but discipline fouls at this point.
Takes Okafor to 4 fouls, not going to matter, 27.5 seconds, but he's also got 2 shots, I think.
Inside the final 30 seconds of this game. Vertu Arena, if you are able.
London will hold for as long as they can. Mitch Clark's still going at it. But, yeah, Mark Stuttle will tell me it's only half time. Nice ball movement. Aaron Rice spots up for the 3. Doesn't make it. Josh Ward-Hibbert takes a rebound and will shoot one from halfway. Oh! Very, very nearly went in. Well, that's your ball game. 72 Eagles, 90 Lions. The Lions take an 18-point lead into the second leg at Crystal Palace. It's 7 o'clock on Sunday. Will it be enough? Be a brave man to bet against them, I would say.
Yeah, and that's the thing, you know, Eagles do end up needing to win that game by 19 points, so when you look at that differential, that's a tall ask, but I think heading into the second leg, prideful Eagles heading into it is what we want to expect and what Mark will likely be preaching in the locker room. But credit to Lions, they gave an incredible performance tonight.
Darius Defoe getting a lot of big hugs as he comes down the line here. But I think at the end of the day, Roberto Foy has had to be pulled away from the referees by Mitch Clark. Boy, Mitch Clark does everything. You know, he's pulled Roberto Foy away from the referees. The referees take the final bow. It's 72-90 scoreline. Lions, they were shout out to their fans who travelled up. And Eagles celebrating on court the end of the season here, unless of course they win by 19 down on Sunday. So we're just having a look at the other scores. I don't know if they're going to put them up on screen for you, but I can certainly give you them. And Leicester, well, you almost called that, Sarah. You said you felt Leicester could come back. They came back a long way, but not all the way. So it'll be Sheffield who take a 3-point lead at 81-78 into the second leg at home at the Cannon Medical Arena. And the other one, well, there's a big score. Yeah, they're still playing in Surrey at the moment. And what we have there is 118 points to 87 with about 3 minutes to go there. So we're going to go to a few game highlights. Yeah, well, I think Dean Williams was almost a highlight reel in himself. And there's another one from Cameron McGusty. 3-point from. So we're just looking at the highlights, but this is all about on court. You know, it's all about Darius Defoe at the moment. And, you know, that's it for me tonight, Sarah. I've enjoyed it. I think the Eagles gave a really good performance in the end. Just London was a little bit sharper, a little bit tighter, and definitely on the board. For yourself?
Yeah, and I mean, it was definitely the depth that London have to play against Eagles, and I think they've got a tall order when they play in Crystal Palace on Sunday, but, you know, I think they are going to go down with pride and heads held high.
Okay, so from myself, it's good night, and from Sarah?
Oh, Jeff, I never get this right. Good night.
Good night. Just say good night. That's fine.
Super League basketball is leveling up British hoops. This isn't just a league. It's a movement you can feel and see in the stands. From the first tip to the final buzzer, the story is written. Every drive, every shot, and every moment. Rivalries run deeper. Games hit harder. One pass, one dunk. Everything can shift. Legacies aren't given here. They're earned. New stories are ready. And new champions are coming. Season 2 is here. Stand tall for British basketball.